Twitter is having to increasingly control what can be posted on the platform in order to avoid harm. Its latest move prohibits users from posting a picture of someone without their permission. But the company says public figures are fair game and that it will consider context in other cases. Twitter already has policies against doxing, suspending users for sharing home addresses, identity documents and contact information. Many have responded asking why only now. Verlie Oosthuizen heads the social media law department at Shepstone and Wiley Attorneys. Verlie, thank you so much for your time. So Twitter says that those rules that they're putting in place are in line with privacy laws across Europe and in other parts of the world, and they've already removed some photos even before they put in place these rules. So what are our laws here in South Africa when it comes to posting and spreading pictures of people?
Well, we've got a number of laws now, and in particular we have PAPIA, which came into effect on the 1st of July. And even the information regulator made it very clear that the posting of personal information, which includes images, is not in line with that law, and that you do have to get consent if you're going to be posting on social media, unless there are specific circumstances that would allow it. And the information regulator has got fairly firm views about the use of social media platforms and the way they use personal information. So we've got that. There's also the Cybercrimes Act, which will prohibit the posting of certain information online. So we do have laws. There's also the common law privacy kind of legislation or case law. So there are these measures in place, but a lot of people are just not aware of it.
So how will Twitter's new rules work, and how exactly do they plan on policing them? They've got 192 million daily users. That's got to be a lot of work if you've got a few thousand people every day asking you to take down photos.
Well, I think a lot of this will be dealt with in terms of, infrastructure that's, it's not going to be individuals that are going to be dealing with these claims. So you'll go through the system, you can report it, and you've always been able to report these kind of things. There's these on the platforms, you can report pictures, and then you go into specific reasons why the pictures have to be taken down, and then those are assessed. So they have programs in place that do this. But it is difficult to police, and it will also depend on whether people are aware that their images have been put up. So it will require, self-reporting and reporting by, concerned individuals. So it is going to be difficult, but it's not impossible.
What happens if, like you say, Verlie, it's too late? I only realized 2 weeks from now that a photo I didn't want out in the public domain is out. But we know how the internet works. We know it can spread very, very quickly.
Unfortunately, that's the nature of life now, and social media, and that's the dangers of social media, and us realizing that every single move that we make, there's a possibility that there's a record out there somewhere where somebody's taken a picture and it's been put up. We only find out maybe a couple of weeks later, and we can do what we can to damage control. But I must be honest and say that it's almost impossible to remove any kind of an image completely from the internet. And so people have to be very aware and very careful. It is a scary thing, but we are living in an age where you are really susceptible to have every single move documented. Well, and that's just the nature of life at the moment.
Yeah, essentially, if you see someone take out a camera or a phone and you don't want your picture taken, just duck and hide. That's probably the only way you're going to stop it getting out there. Verlie, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Social media lawyer Verlie Oosthuizen of the law firm Shepstone and Wiley.